Hi, everybody. Welcome to a live event. We haven't done one of these in a while, Tish.
It's been a long time.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
I am Tina Brewster, Marketing and Communications Director, and with me is...
I am Tisha Freeldover, and I am the Recognition Programs Leader, and I head up all the rewards and recognition programs with Trace and Polly. We are missing her today, so I'm standing in her place.
That's right. So we're going to talk about rewards, which everyone loves.
Yep.
Unless you don't get rewards and you don't love it, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Absolutely.
Because we've heard of people saying, I don't get my rewards. So we got to make sure we're taking care of people.
Absolutely.
So that is our number one goal here. So we're just going to go over a few things because, well, it's been a full year, I think, since we've talked, and we've done a lot of things, right, Tish?
We have done a lot of things this year and super excited about it. So, gosh, where do we begin?
Well, we took the company store down.
Yep.
A couple weeks ago. It's back up. So what happened in that time?
Well, that's super exciting because we seem to have a whole bunch of issues with everybody struggling to keep track of their gift cards. And so we get a gift card last year and this year, and we couldn't combine them. You couldn't use them at the same time. So what we did was we made these into spending accounts.
Nice.
On the company store, we added a spending account. And so what happened was in the background, we have these little elves working, and they put together, combined all of the cards, put them into a spending account for each individual user. So if you had an old account, you no longer have that. You had to go in. You should have gotten a text message, and hopefully you got that. If you didn't, the drivers received text messages.
Right.
Employees received emails.
Right.
So if you didn't get that, please reach out to us so that we can help you to walk through that process and what we need to do. But you should have received that. If you didn't, you can still go to www.swiftcompanystore.com and you can sign in, right?
Yep.
You can sign in, and your username will always be Swift, all capitals, plus your employee code or your driver code or your owner op code. And then your password, your temporary password, the first time you sign in is going to be that employee code plus Swift with a capital S, 123.
Right.
And then once you get in there, you'll be able to change your it's going to ask you to add an email, and then it's going to ask you to change your password. And we are finding much success with it.
Yes.
People are getting in there and finding that their money's all in one place. We've changed up some of the items that are in there. The checkout process should be fairly simple. There has been a little bit of concern, though, with the billing address. Everybody's kind of like, why do I need to add a billing address? Well, if you go to Amazon or you go to any location, they're going to ask you to add a billing address.
Right.
So it's just your home address. We just want to keep that in there for you, but you can favorite orders. I mean, it's just a cool deal. Tina.
Right. So once I get that information, either text if I'm a driver, right? What about owners? Do they also get text messages?
Yep. Owner operators will get text messages.
And these spending accounts are coming from our Road to Recognition that we have. So on your anniversary, you'll get a text, or well, you won't get a text message anymore. You'll just get it all the way on the site.
Well, they're still going to notify you via text to let you know that you achieved that anniversary and that you achieved those $50. And then it's going to direct you to go to the company store and utilize that money because it's going to be automatically loaded into their account.
Now, just to clarify for owners, they don't get spending accounts because that's not part of their rewards program, but they can still log in to the company store and order some cool swag, right?
Absolutely. And the really cool thing, this is the part that I love. So if you've achieved one of our recognition levels, let's say a 1,000,000-mile driver or a 2,000,000-mile driver or a diamond driver, once you get into the company store, you now have access to those items so that you can reorder. So let's say you needed a new shirt or you needed to replace a jacket. You are able now to go onto the company store and you will have access to those categories.
Nice.
So it's super cool. And yes, the owners will not have those spending accounts. They're always going to show zero. But they can still get into those items and they can get those owner op 1,000,000-mile decals, those kinds of things. So,
nice. Very
really
cool. Well, that's cool. So if I'm a 1,000,000-mile driver, which I'm not, and I could never do that, but if I was, I can log into the company store and I can see my 1,000,000-mile stuff and just order.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. And as you achieve those different levels, because now we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 million mile branded items.
Mhm.
So as you achieve those different levels, you can get in there and you'll see those items.
Okay, cool. Now, I failed to mention that we are going to take some live questions. I got a few coming in already. I can already see people going in there. I didn't bring the right glasses to see all of that, so we're going to struggle a little bit. But it looks like one I see is, can we get some pink t-shirts?
Well,
Love that idea.
I love that idea as well. And we just need to talk to the powers that be and see what we can come up with. We are trying to add new items all the time, guys. We do have some pink sweatshirts that are going to be out there.
Yeah.
Some blue for the men, some pink for the ladies. But we definitely want to get some pink t-shirts as well. And we'll work on that for
absolutely.
sure.
I also see some plus size for women. Well, absolutely. So there's a lot of things that we're cooking up. So we had to work out the kinks a little bit, kind of get things on the right track, get the company spending accounts going. And now we're going to order and we're going to have some cool stuff coming up. And I know you're like, I've heard that before, Tina.
Yeah.
I've heard that before.
But the really cool thing is,
serious.
We do have Oakley glasses on there now, guys.
Yes.
We have work boots on there now. We're working on getting some other items like, things you can use on the truck, blenders and air fryers and some different stuff. So we are really trying to think about you guys. We even got some puppy stuff on there now. We are working. We've got some, I think some teddy bears are coming in maybe for the littles.
Stuff for the kids. Yep.
So we're working on it, you guys. It's a work in progress, and this is a mighty big ship. So we're trying to do the right thing for everybody.
Absolutely. And I see another one in here that says, I haven't been on the site in a few months. We won't hold it against you, Kevin. The organization was kind of sloppy, which I agree with. I've been on there. I'm like, what's happening here? There's a lot of things in a lot of places. When it comes to grouping types of items, was that fixed? Yes and no. We're still working on that. You might still see a random hat in a random spot, but we are working through those issues. But rest assured, you can also search for items too.
Yep. And when you're using that search option, you guys use like minimal. I mean, if you're looking for a just shirt, put in shirt and a lot of options will come up, or hat, you'll see the different options. I mean, just use minimal words on that search engine right now. We are, like I say, we are working through that. When we tested, we found a lot of it. And so we are trying to correct it. I think it could just be the program as well, just kind of how it displays. Right. So we're working on that.
It's a work in progress.
Yep,
we're humans.
Sure. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. So our next one that came in is, how are returns handled? Very good question. I ordered the wrong size for my fiance, who was a driver. First, Kevin, don't tell her that you ordered the wrong size.
Yeah, don't let her know that.
Don't tell her that.
Yeah.
So how do they handle returns? What's the process here?
So just get a hold. So you can reach right out to it's Swift Rewards and Recognition at gosidebar.com. It should be on the order, I think, when you're in the store. If you go under contact us, how about that? We added that in the company store. So when you get on there, you can click on the contact us button and it will explain that to you. It also tells you on the returns, we're not going to take anything that's been worn or dirty or anything like that. But if you want to bring that back, we'll handle it for you. And I'm not going to say it out loud.
Case by case basis.
Yeah, it's kind of a case by case thing.
Yeah. And then another question, Kevin. I think that's the same Kevin. I don't know. You're on fire, Kevin. Keep it coming. Can we order and change to charge to a paycheck at the Phoenix store?
No. Unfortunately, online, we do not have the payroll deduct like we do.
Online, we don't. But at the Phoenix store, we do.
Yeah, at the Phoenix store, if you're on site, you can order and use payroll deduct. But online, it's only by credit card, debit card, or utilizing your gift voucher.
Right. And just to clarify, you can't use the spending account at the Phoenix store.
Correct. Yeah. You cannot use the spending account at the Phoenix store.
But you can use your paycheck.
Yep. So payroll deduct there. So that's how that works.
All right, Kevin, you got any more questions?
Come at us, Kevin. Come at us.
Keep it coming. All right. So we talked about company store. We talked about spending accounts. Road to Recognition. This is where they're getting their spending accounts. They're getting it on their anniversary.
Correct.
What we did this year was go from $30 to $50. Dollars. Company store voucher. And then we're starting to add more things. Like you said, we got the sunglasses and the boots, and we're working on a bunch of different things. And hopefully there's items in there. If not, be patient. They're coming. It's free money. So hold tight. It's not going to expire. Well, does it expire? That's a good question.
Well, it used to that it was going to expire after 2 years, but I think when we went to the spending accounts, I'm not sure that we even set a limit on there. But I think that people are finding that they have it. It's easier to use, and so they're just getting on and using it.
Yeah, and the cool thing is, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
The cool thing is when you log in, it shows you right there what you have. So it'll remind you to spend money.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. And if you go over, let's say I've got $50 and I'm eyeballing this $70 item, I can do the $50 and then pay with my own money for the additional.
Correct.
Mhm.
And we want to make sure you guys, this is something that we've, some folks have been having an issue with. If you are using both, just make sure right above the billing line, there's actually a gift card and a credit card.
Right.
And so just make sure that you are checking both of those when you go to submit, and it
Mhm.
will actually give you a breakdown of what you're spending on your gift voucher and what you are spending in your credit card. So
Nice.
it's super easy.
Very cool. We got some questions in from Matthew. Why is it that owners get so few incentives, Matthew? It's a legal thing. I don't
It is.
know how to say that any other way. We can't.
Yeah. And so it's kind of like this. I worked with the owners for a long time. And so I used to tell them all, as much as we love you and we want to love on you,
Mhm.
there was some situations that put it out there for us that we had to keep you guys separate from the company guys. We cannot treat you the same way we treat a company driver.
Right.
And it's just the way that we have to do that for all the legal reasons and all of that. We love on you just the same,
Yeah.
but we just can't show it the same.
But I mean, I'm going to skip around, but I'm going to say we did some things for our owners this year.
Yes, we
That
did.
was a good year.
We actually
right?
did.
We were
And
excited.
I was super excited about that. So with the owner operators this year, when you hit 1,000,000 miles, not only do you get your hat and your polos and your jacket and your watch the first year,
Mhm.
you also get $1,000 maintenance credit. And then when you get 2 million, we give you a little bit more. So 3 million, a little bit more. So we never used to give a maintenance credit. And Adam was kind enough this year that he allowed us to start that all the way back to January. So if you hit that milestone from January 1 to current, then we were able to pay you that maintenance credit and put that on your settlement. So super excited about that.
Mhm.
It was kind of a win for
It
the
was,
owners,
and we
so.
got to recognize our owner million mile drivers this year at the Million Mile event.
Correct. And that's for our 3 and 4 million
Yeah.
milers. And we had one owner that hit 4 million. We're pretty sure we're going to have another one hit this year.
Yeah,
and we're
getting
super
close.
excited about that. So we are trying to do a little bit more for our owners for sure. And like we said, we access to the company store. You guys can get in there and order those items for yourself as well if you're in that category. So
Right. And we did have a question come in. Are owners allowed to do payroll deduct?
yeah. I believe
There
so.
is?
I think that it's set up that way. All you need when you go in there is your driver code. So, but I'll double check that, guys. We may
Yeah.
have to correct that with. I'll double check with payroll, but I'm pretty sure you can.
You got it. Next question is: any plans to open up stores back up in other major terminals? Now, I know we had quite a few
Yeah.
a while back, and now we only have just the Phoenix one right now.
Correct.
I haven't heard any plans to open anything new, but you never know. We
Yeah.
might. Let us
Absolutely.
know. Drop in the comments where you'd want to see it. Who knows? It doesn't hurt to ask, right?
Right. Exactly.
So now we talked about our Million Mile event this year, and we were able to recognize our owners and our company guys. It was big celebration. We're looking towards this coming year,
Yep.
possibly in the month of May-ish is what we're thinking this year, but more to come on that. But if you are a 1 and 2 million mile driver, you should be hanging out at your terminal and getting celebrated there.
Absolutely, you should be. So the way the program works is, and there's some things that would make you so that you wouldn't qualify for the Million Mile truck, but obviously we have a Million Mile program for all of our 1, 2, 3, and 4. You get a bonus, you get a lot of items and swag. And then if you're that 1 and 2 million mile driver, you should be being celebrated at the terminals, either by presenting you with your Million Mile truck if you're getting it. But we also know the terminals put on some celebrations this year. We had folks going to baseball games, we had folks going on boat rides, we had folks going to casinos and just huge dinners. So we loved seeing those photos. We loved being able to be a part of them even when we couldn't be. So
yeah,
it's a good
absolutely.
deal.
It's great to see everyone. That's one of my favorite events that we do, and
is.
excited for next year. That feels like a long way away, but we're in December, you guys. I don't know if you know this or not, but go to the company store, get some items for Christmas. I'm just kidding, don't. But do. Why not? You can get all kinds of stuff in the company store. So now we've talked about our spending accounts, our road to recognition. That really hasn't changed other than just a few items. I think we added more stuff on the 10-year, 15-year, 20-year.
Yep. And then we
added Legends.
Yep, the Legends program.
Yep.
So Legends is super cool. It is for our folks that are 25 years and above without a break in service. So you couldn't have left us and broken up and then came back, unfortunately.
That's right. Don't come at us in the comments about that. We understand.
Yeah. If you broke up with us, it's okay. But everything that you get is going to be on your adjusted hire date, not your original one. So, but it's just awesome. The Legends program, and you get some really awesome gear with that. We knew we were missing the mark, Tina. We missed it on the 10 and the 15 and the 20. And so we went back and we tried to correct that. And we could only go so far. We did the best that we could with what we were given. And we'll catch you on the next one. We'll catch you on the next big one if we missed
I will say we've come a long way since we've taken on this program. Way back in the day, you got, I think, a belt buckle, and then we had a watch for a minute, and so now it's this big robust program, which you could find online. We'll probably post it on here, all the flyers to these programs, just so you don't have to remember it all. It's also on your flow codes. It's on the bright signs at your terminals. But we've really tried our best to be fair, and make sure that everyone is getting awarded at those milestones. So
Absolutely.
If you're not getting awarded at any of those milestones, what happens? I know you got a whole team that tries to track you down.
Yep. And so if they don't get their award, and if something didn't happen, let's say you guys aren't getting, and I wished I would have brought the texting phone number, because we do have a text service that all the drivers are notified from, which is a 307 number, which we know is very strange, but it is what it is. We really need you guys to go out and probably add that into your contacts. Mm-hmm. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to myself, reach out to Trace and Polly. You can also email us at rewardsandevents@swifttrans.com.
Mm-hmm.
And we will track it down for you. It could be that maybe your cell phone provider has stopped the text messages from coming through. It could be that, maybe there was a glitch. I mean, we've got a lot of things that are going on, a lot of moving parts and pieces. So if you feel like you've been missed, please just reach out to us. Give us a call and let us know, because nobody is supposed to be missed. There isn't one driver in the company that isn't eligible for these awards. And we need everybody to understand that, because we want to celebrate everybody.
That's right. And I applaud you and your team. You guys do such a great job just making sure that everyone is getting recognized. So if you're not, we want to hear about it. Let us know.
Yeah, we got to know.
Yeah.
And we can't fix it, guys, without knowing. And so I know that there's a lot of folks that have some opinions about whether we should or shouldn't have paid their bonus. And we are told what to do, right? We're kind of told what we can spend.
Yeah.
It's not just an open checkbook for us to write those checks. So what Adam and Jim advise us to do is what we do. And so that's how we handle things.
Absolutely. So looking at some of the comments again, we got a few more coming in. I ordered a 2 million mile hat. The hats I received a different style and lesser quality than the originals, which are pictured. Will you be getting the style that are pictured in again? Not Russell, not sure which one you got, but how about you send us a private message, and we'll try to work through that.
Yeah.
Either with the rewards and events at swifttrans.com. You can email that and just send us your driver code and let us know which ones you were looking at, because I'm pretty sure everything that is on the store is actually physically been photographed and put on there. So just let us know.
Yep, for sure.
The next one is, when will I be a legend? I don't know. Who is that? Tim? If you can throw a driver code on there, Tim, I'll look it up and give you some ideas on that. You got it.
I have no issue doing that.
Again, it's no break in Swift service. Correct. So there's a little discrepancy there. So that's what our legend program is. So
no break in service.
Now, it looks like someone is having some issues with the gift card added under the old system. As a company driver, now I'm an owner-operator. Will that still be in the system when I log in under a new system?
So unfortunately for you, Matthew, no, because it was given to you as a company driver. So if you didn't utilize it as a company driver, it doesn't carry over to your new code. Yeah. And so that's also been one of our glitches when we've got our guys that are moving from company to owner to company. And so we're working through those as well. That's kind of a work in progress, but unfortunately, no, it will not be there for you, because it's all based on what driver code it was given, or, employee code it was given to under. Absolutely. These are great questions. If you have specific questions that you need us to talk through or whatever, feel free to drop us an email and let us know your driver code, and we'll be happy. Well,
Tish will totally look it up. I won't look it up. She'll look it up.
I will look it up.
You don't
and
want me to look it up.
I will have no issues looking it up, you guys. I want to, like I said, I love loving on you guys and taking care of all you guys and gals out there. It's a lot of fun. And there's, like I said, there's tons of opinions, but I promise you, we're here to take care of you. And that's what we want you to feel the love for sure.
Absolutely. So I saw someone was excited about Million Mile Trucks. You want to talk about our Million Mile Truck program?
Yeah, for sure. So the Million Mile Truck program started right about the same time, I believe, Tina, is COVID, right?
Yes.
And so it really created, I don't think we got to experience it and enjoy the program like it was meant to. And so we've got some items that would disqualify you from being a part of it. So if you are a casual driver, if you're a local driver that's home every night, if you are a slip seat driver, if you're a flatbed driver, and what was the
heavy haul? Maybe
no, heavy haul gets them.
Okay.
I can't remember. There's another one, but I'll think of it. But if you are one of those, you won't be able to participate in that program. But basically, what it is you will get an order link. You will choose your color. You will choose the brand of truck you want, whether it's Kenworth, Freightliner, Volvo, or International, and then we will get that truck ordered. It usually takes somewhere around 6 to 8 months to get the truck in. When I first took over the program, Kenworths were a hot mess. We couldn't even get any. We are currently in that stall out right now on KW. So anybody that's ordering a KW from me right now, I'm letting you know that it could be this time next year before you see that truck. Freightliners, Volvos, International, they're all coming in about the same time. We don't really usually see that break. But what happens is you order the truck, you wait for it to come in, and then the equipment control team reaches out to your leadership to let them know that it's here. It's up to your leadership how they handle it, whether or not they want to send you to the truck or whether they want to bring that truck to you. So it kind of depends on how you work that out. A lot of guys don't want anybody else in their truck. So they want to go get it and they want to pick it up and drive it home. And then our expectation is that those terminals and terminal leaders will then, on-site leaders even, will then put on as much of a production as they possibly can, maybe bring in some pizza, take some pictures and some videos of you doing what you're doing, and get those celebration photos into us. So that's how it happens. That's
maybe lasagna. Like
I'm thinking,
let's splurge a little.
Yeah.
Let's back up just a little bit. If I am a Million Mile driver and I fall into the category where I'm able to get a truck, what do I do? Do I call you? Do you call me? Do I get a text message?
I reach out directly to your, I reach out directly to the leadership and let them know right away that, hey, you guys you've reached this milestone. The great thing about our rewards program is you automatically get texted with your notification that you're going to get a bonus and that you're going to get your swag and here's the link to order. And the truck is handled. It's still a manual process. Okay. So it comes through us, but we try to reach out to your leadership. We kind of go behind the scenes and try to answer those questions before we send you a link, because we don't want you to get disappointed when you start answering questions and you're like,
find out you don't get one.
So we try to do the legwork behind the scenes before we ever reach out. And then when leadership gets that notification, then they will let you know. They walk you through. We want you to look at the paint swatches, you guys. There's paint swatches out there at every terminal. We want to make sure you guys are looking at those. Take them outside because the colors are completely different inside versus outside.
Yeah, there's some shiny ones.
There's some shiny
sparkly looking ones.
And we are actually thinking, Tina, of adding a few more colors next year.
All right.
So that could be in the works too. So super excited about that. But that's how it happens. And then you'll get the notification from leadership to place that order.
Very cool. Very cool. And then it sounds like you got to bring your patience with that program just a little bit. There's a lot of moving pieces that's out of our control, unfortunately. So we're at the mercy of our vendors.
OEMs. Yeah. And the OEMs are the ones that bring those trucks to us. They make the deliveries directly to our body shops. Then our body shops have to do all the work on them, add the decals, add all the things to it. We do give you guys the option when you're ordering it to put your information on there for your military decal. If you served in the military, we want to honor you as there as well.
Now, if I don't want a truck, which I don't know why you wouldn't, to be honest, but if I don't want a truck, I can still get the Million Mile logo, sticker, decal, whatever, decal on the truck and proudly rep that.
Absolutely. And same with our day cab drivers. That's the other one, day cab drivers.
There we go.
Day cab drivers. So day cabs, the local guys, they have ordered up the Million Mile stuff from us, the decals. We have them put those on their trucks and they can be proud of that. using
Absolutely.
their daily trucks.
Looks like we got another comment that says, I've been with Swift for 12 years. Thank you, Alexa. It looks like never got any reward or recognition beyond the driver appreciation week stuff.
What?
That makes me so sad, actually. If you wouldn't mind, Alexa, send us an email on that email that you're going to see below. Because there it is, right there.
Ta-da! Yep.
Send a message over there. Send us your driver code and how to reach you, and we'll get in contact with you.
Yep. 100%.
Absolutely. Because we don't want that. We don't want that to happen.
And we also, guys, this isn't a perfect program. And I want to mention that all of the items are sent directly to your work address that we have on file. So if it's an on-site location or if it's a terminal, that's the location that we send it to. And so we kind of leave it up to the terminal leaders and on-site leaders to let us know, or they're going to have to figure that piece of it out, right? When it gets there, it's usually going to come by UPS or FedEx. So you want to make sure that you let them know that, hey, can we be on the lookout for something? But the great thing about this is the leaders are also getting emails at the same time that you're being notified. They are being notified the day before that you've got something coming.
Right.
And so they should be well aware of it. And we should also, they should be able to change the address at the time that they get that notification.
Right.
Okay.
So the next one we have is, how long after you hit a 1,000,000-mile mark do you hear anything? Haven't heard anything yet. So it looks like it's Luigi. First, congratulations if that is truly what you've done.
Yep.
That's a huge accomplishment, and we
Yes.
want to make sure we're recognizing you. So what does Luigi get a text message then?
Yep.
Okay.
If he's a driver, he should get a text message. So it could be that your cell phone provider has not maybe has blocked that number because they're thinking it's spam. We've got a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
So I believe that there's the rewards number. So my suggestion to you is to text START, START, to 307-337-9438. And then add that phone number into your contacts. And that way your cell phone provider knows that that's a good number, knows that you want to get information from it, and that from here on out you're notified.
Absolutely.
And that could be it. And then again, Luigi, if you truly haven't heard anything and you're right there, you think you're there, then by all means, please get a hold of us. Please call us or email us at rewardsandevents@swifttrans.com, and we will take care of you and get that taken care of right away.
So text START to that number.
Text START to that 307 number.
Get your phone out right now. Well, you're probably watching us on your phone, so that's a little difficult. But make sure you're texting this number so you can start getting those notifications happening. So we're not trying to track you down. But if in the event you don't get the text message, you don't get the email, you don't get called, whatever it is, your team actually
we can process
pulls a list and starts calling after that. So there's a lot of things in place. It's going to take a couple of weeks before we get to that, but you've hit your milestone, you get your text message, your leader gets an email. Hopefully you guys are communicating and working through that. If that doesn't happen, then your team actually kind of steps in, right? We
jump in, for sure. Yeah, we jump in. So we have dashboards for each award. So for drivers, non-drivers, owner-operators. And so we have these dashboards that just in the event that we don't get an answer from somebody, or maybe somebody didn't get notified, then we can go through that list and we can work through there. We try to reach out to you. We try to place the order for you. Or you guys, something else that we added in this is that you can decline the gift.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah, wait, there's more. Exactly. Go into the award, click on the link, and literally, if you don't want it, and for whatever reason you don't want it, then put decline. And you answered it, the text stopped coming, everybody's happy, and we move on.
Yeah,
so
true.
It's that simple.
Cool. So we've got a lot of a lot of measures in place to try to capture everyone on these programs, which is a lot of people, honestly. But if in the event that you are missed, please let us know, because we want to make sure that you are awarded. We don't want to hear that anyone didn't get anything, because that makes me sad, because we work so hard to reward you.
Absolutely.
So it looks like we got a few more things in the chat. Can we have more Swift refrigerated? So now, talking about different lines of business and things like that in the company store, we are kind of working towards that. Trying to figure out the most cost-effective way and how much do we order for each and sizes and all that stuff. So it gets a little tricky, but we're working towards it. We're getting there.
And that is because we have all the dedicated lines of business and flatbed and refrigerated and all of that. And so it does become kind of a little bit cumbersome trying to figure out how many sizes, what sizes, who gets, where are they at, are they online, so on and so forth. So it's a little crazy, guys, but we're working towards it for sure.
Absolutely.
And then anything in the rewards program in the future for owner ops other than the 1,000,000 mile ones. Unfortunately, until we get that okay
Yep.
from legal. We are not planning on anything at this time, but I know that terminals are trying to do what they can. We also added plaques, and there's
yeah.
more.
Oh, wait.
We
there's
added
more.
plaques for the owners for the million milers. So unfortunately, until we can get that
Yeah, there's nothing that I know of that's coming around the corner. But that doesn't mean anything really. It just means I don't know about it yet, because we're always trying to improve. So so that's one thing. But I will say it is the holidays, right?
right.
And I mean, phew, I'm not ready at all.
We talked about that right before the call.
I know I'm not ready.
Yeah, I'm scared.
But Swift is ready. And so all you have to do is just go to your home terminal. Now, I know people are going to say, but I don't always go to my home terminal. And I go to this terminal. There's a lot of chatter about that. But try to make it to your home terminal so you can pick up a gift.
Yep.
What's
and
the
that gift is a brand new backpack.
That's right.
So, and the backpack is so cool, you guys. We tried to get it out to all the dedicated locations that we could. The owner operators also are getting backpacks. All of our lines of business, Transmex, our different sister companies, they all got the same thing. So our drivers this year are getting these backpacks, and they are amazing. And so if you don't make it to your home terminal, by all means, work it out with your terminal and maybe the terminal you go to. Like, let's say, for instance, you run out of Sparks, but you're only in Lathrop. Well, then have your terminal leader and that terminal leader talk, and I'm sure that they can work something out. And we do have a few extras that we have in inventory that we can send out to them. So nobody should be left behind. Nobody should go without a backpack. We have them.
I mean, it's something super cool that I think Swift does is always gives a company gift and an owner gift on the end of the year and during driver appreciation. So when those things happen, make sure that you try to route to your terminal during those times so we can get you your gift. And I know you're not always at a terminal. Don't come at me in the comments. I know.
We're just
I'm
prepared.
sorry. We do our best. Well, next time we're going to work on drones flying over you and dropping it in the parachuting into your truck. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
Maybe that's next year. I don't know.
Make big plans.
I doubt it. Don't write it down. All right. So we got some more stuff coming in here. How come flatbed got disqualified from 10 years, 1 million mile trucks? ? John.
Well, flatbeds. So flatbed trucks, it was decided by management. Flatbeds require a different chassis, a different setup on the truck. Now, it doesn't mean that we won't go that direction this next year.
Yeah.
I mean, we can give it a shot for sure. And talk about it again, review the program. But when I came into it, just the flatbed setup alone was what disqualified it, and the flatbed truck, right?
Because it's different.
Yeah, it's just different.
Yep.
And so, but hopefully we can make something happen, you know, so we're always changing.
We'll run that back up the flagpole, John,
for
and
sure.
hopefully we get an answer for you. Next is, can we get terminal specific shirts? Yes, I love that idea. Absolutely. Working on it.
Yep.
Totally working on it.
Yep. And it may be even something that you talk about at your terminal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So your terminal, it doesn't necessarily have to come from us here in Phoenix. You can chat with your terminal leader and say, hey, you know, this is what we want to come up with. Maybe we do it. And it's something that's right there for you guys to have easy access to. So chat it up. You know, that's what we always say, communicate, right? Get with your leadership and see what we can come up with there.
Absolutely. Next one is from Michael. Do company and owner miles go together for the 1,000,000 miles? Good question, Michael.
Yep, it sure do. And this is the great thing. You can leave the company. You can break up with us.
Don't.
And then when you come back, you will get your miles back. So you can get your owner and your company miles, and they are combined for your rewards. And there's also
you won't get your time back.
You won't get your time back. You don't get your time back, but we will give you your miles back. So that is something to take into consideration, that yes, they are combined. We do keep track of what you were doing as a company driver and owner operator. We also keep track of your team miles and your mentor miles if you're a mentor. However, you don't get all of those dispatched miles. We can only give you credited miles that you actually drove. And so I think there's a couple different programs out there that some of our leadership still looks in the old program. And so we're still kind of getting them educated on where to look and what we use for the rewards. And so it's, you know, again, it's a work in progress, but yes, you get all miles.
Nice.
Company and
Good to know. Good question,
owners.
Michael. Next one is I couldn't get my reward last year because I lost the code, etc. First, let me just say that's why we did the spending accounts.
Yeah.
Because
100%.
I had all these codes and I'm like, I gotta look through my texts or my emails or where I don't even know. And so the question is, can I still get caught up with it from last year?
It should be in there.
It's already there.
It should be in there.
So if you log in, go ahead and go through the steps again. We'll
Okay.
talk about how we log in.
So go to www.swiftcompanystore.com. When you get in there, there's going to be a login screen. Your username is going to be Swift, all caps, and your employee code or your driver code. Your temporary password is going to be that same employee code, driver code, plus Swift 123, and Swift is capitalized with a capital S. And then once you get in there, that's going to automatically, before you can go through anything, it's going to ask you to just accept all the legal mumbo jumbo, I call it. And then you have to change your email. You have to add an email address and you have to change your password. And once you get in there and all those steps are done, you should be able to see it right there at the top, spending accounts, and it should have those amounts in there.
Very cool. And that, I mean, that is truly the reason why we switched to those spending accounts, because we were sending out all these things. And if you you got a couple bucks, you want to spend it or you want to wait. And then when it's time to spend, you're like, I don't even know where it went.
Yep.
So now it's already loaded on there. So you can pile it up and save up for, the Oakley glasses that you're looking for, whatever it is, or you can spend it as you get it.
100%.
Yeah. So next question is there somewhere you can go to check your mileage status? Good question.
Well, any of your leadership should be able to get into the same screens that I can. So it's basically in our AS400. It's right in there. I don't know, Tina, if we are looking to do anything on the portal for them for them to be able to see that access. But I do know you can just always reach out to us or get a hold of your leadership. They should be able to tell you where you're at.
Yeah, I eventually we will have it on the portal, but that's not anything that's right around the corner, unfortunately. Right. But yeah, that's good questions. And keep those questions coming too. We probably got just a few more minutes to answer a few more questions. So Tish, our rewards program, we're trying our best to make sure that everyone's getting awarded at the time. We're doing all these celebrations for 1 and 2 and 3, 4 million mile drivers all over the place. We're giving out gifts at Christmas and gifts for driver appreciation. We do our quarterly driver appreciation, which we don't have dates yet. So more to come. So we're doing a lot of things.
We are.
But we also want to hear your feedback. Like, how are we doing?
Yeah,
like
we need that.
What would you like to see more or less of? So we'll be on the lookout for something that we'll put out there to capture all that feedback. Because I don't want to look in 30 different spots, really, to be quite honest. So and try to funnel it in and try to figure it out. But we want to make sure that your voice is being heard, because it's definitely for you guys.
Yeah.
So if you're like, I don't really like this, I don't really want it, I'd rather see this or that, whatever it is, let us know. But just so you know, there's like 1 million people have 1 million ideas.
Yes. Yes. And what I would like to know is kind of, what are you guys thinking for Christmas gifts next year or driver appreciation gifts for next year? Like, what is it that you would be the most useful to you that, and
comment below.
Comment below and let us know, because I think that's where we need we need your feedback in order to make us better. And that's the only way that we can make that happen, is with you guys letting us know and just being honest about things, right? Giving us that feedback so that we can do the right things by you, because that's really what it's all about.
Absolutely. Well, I really can't think of anything else to say about all these things that we've talked about today, other than make sure that you are sharing all your pictures with us. If you jump on to the driver portal, actually, we even have a flow code for it. You can click on it and you can just drop in your pictures right there. You've got million mile flow codes. If you got those,
you need to get one of these in the shop. Put it on your visor. There is so much on here with rewards and recognition, company store, anything you could possibly need. It's going to be right here. I believe even the instructions on how to sign into the company store are on here.
Absolutely.
Underneath company store. So much on these flow codes, you guys. Just access them, grab these, keep these handy, because there's this team, the team I work with, Tina, John, Alcira, that we are, they do a great job, and they make sure that those flow codes are updated and they take care of each other.
Absolutely.
Take care of you.
We got another question that says, can you get Christmas ornaments and decorations? Ooh, I love that idea. There used to
would be
be a
fun.
Swift little truck ornament. I had it a long time ago. I don't even know if I have it anymore, but I love that idea, Zoe.
Yep.
Great idea. Keep them coming. Tish, you have anything else you wanna touch on today?
I just think that I just hope that you guys feel what we do and how we do it. I mean, I hope that you feel that love, because I know that Tracelyn and I, there's been many a days where we've cried happy tears, we've cried sad tears, we've loved on you, we'll take care of you. We've just this morning, unfortunately, we had a driver pass away, and we had to help take care of his family, and we have a sympathy gift. And so there's just so much, guys, that we are putting thought into and trying to change processes and take care of you. So I hope we're doing you all justice. So make sure you comment below, give us that feedback, let us know what we're doing right, let us know what we're doing wrong.
Yeah, and get a hold of us. I've heard a lot of people say, I don't really want to bother them. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, 100%.
Bother us. Let us know what's going on out there. Yeah. We want to know. So don't come at us in the comments. Just
don't come at us in the comments. Just give us a call. Come at us there.
Well, we love you guys. We appreciate you guys. It's been a great year, and we're excited about 2023 coming up. I can't even believe it's 2023.
I can't either.
But we will see you guys on the flip flop. Nope, don't wear flip flops. We'll see you guys soon.
Stop the flop.
Be safe out there. Bye.